Hi, this is Dani from CRADLE of Filth, and you're listening to Heavy Demons.
Okay, so dear Dani, Cryptorian.
Yeah.
What shall the audience expect? From what I've listened, from what I've heard, it's something more like a straight-in-your-face approach, heavy metal approach, like no intros, no interludes, and the keyboards and orchestration are well blended into the mix. Which is your intention?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that entirely. I mean, yeah, obviously it hasn't got, like I say, the intros, but it's all encapsulated within. There's a lot of drop downs and extra choir and lead soprano, which gives it a very sort of heavy horror movie vibe to it. Yeah, we just wanted to create an album that had everything in the songs. Rather than doing everything by the CRADLE of Filth rule book, people just come to expect us to do an intro to the album. And I guess the actual first song on the album is an intro to the album. In some respect, a little bit like Emily Dressed for Sunset from Vampires. It's quite short and to the point. Yeah.
Yeah. And what can you tell us about the amazing artwork and the video you've recorded in Riga, I guess?
Arturs Bazins, who did the artwork for Hammer of the Witches, has done the artwork for Cryptoriana, and he kind of had free reign on it because he just trusted him indelibly after the last record. A lot of the artwork was actually shot, or the basis for it was shot at the video shoot. Because it had all these amazing, glorious sets, and the video itself is just a piece of art. And yeah, he's an actual genius, I think. Because when you actually see the artwork, you actually be astounded and gobsmacked at how just hugely neoclassical and the entire thing looks. It looks very lavish, and it really does justice, I think, to the whole premise, the whole ideology that we were trying to achieve with the record.
Yeah, and are your Gothic Victorian influenced lyrics somehow something like a reflection of everyday's life, or are they completely detached fantasy world?
Well, it depends what you mean by everyday life. It's
experiences, personal and not
well,
personal.
I would sometimes work the lyrics on. You've got to have some personal outlook or experience when it comes to writing, anyway. So yeah, I guess a little bit of me in my life is sort of woven into them, but I try and keep it as fictional as possible, unless of course it's based on reality and historical, which some of it is, I suppose. But we're using the Victorian Gothic horror as a basis, as a stage to build the album on. That's the theme of the record. That's the placement in history. That's the reference when you listen to it. Because they had an enormous infatuation with not only the macabre but just death in general. It was the age of industrialism and the burgeoning age of science, and spiritualism, mesmerism, hypnotism, seances, Ouija boards, dowsing, table turning, all this sort of thing was regarded as part and parcel of science. I mean, Charles Darwin was part of the spiritualist movement, I believe, and I just, when you think of Victorian England, I just see it as shrouded in this big, funereal cloak almost.
Yeah, and could you briefly describe the process of the birth of a CRADLE of Filth song? I mean, lyrics or a lyrical idea come first, and then you tell the.
No. We on this album we got together.
Okay.
we travelled to Brno in the Czech Republic. Everybody obviously had lots of ideas or bits of songs or whole songs, which they brought, and then we spent a week dissecting them or saying this is great, but this isn't, this is blah blah blah. So when we left there, we had, 75% of the album ready, and all we really need to do then was to further develop it. When we get into the studio, it's another matter altogether, because we there's the opportunity in the studio then to further tweak the record and do things to it. Even as far as, along as the mix. During the mix, we decided that we needed to bring someone in to make the song original spirit a bit more evocative, and so we contacted a previous singer that we had been on Amphetamine Fix, which was Liv Christine. And that was quite, that was like about 2 weeks before the end of the mix, so things can still change. But primarily, we did the music first. We did that last August, and then and the rest of the band had September, October, and November to further polish, expand, and it's a lot easier for everybody if I've got a hand in steering the ideas. And then once everybody else is, the song's in place and know how long it's going to be and where solo is going to be or where it's going to drop down, it's easier for me then to write it. And also, it gives you inspiration.
During the process.
When you've got
work in progress.
You've got like 5-6 songs. There's no point coming up with an album concept on the basis of one song, because you just don't know if that song's going to be very evocative of the entire album. It might just be something that's a bit of a black sheep. So it's best to get 5 or 6 songs, so you know the direction of the album, that this is really what's good. So whatever you do now is going to stay.
And you've lived and experienced different eras, ages, like the early 90s with the underground scene, the huge success at the beginning of the new millennium, and now this weird digital era.
Yeah.
Did these eras affected your vision of the world and music somehow?
I think so, yeah. Obviously, when it was all very virginal and underground, and it was all done by tape trading and flyers.
Paper.
The point of reference was just people talking about you. Obviously, that's vastly different from now, where everything is so easily accessible that it's totally lost its mystery, and people just don't seem to have the attention span. But I think what runs concurrently through all 3 ages is the fact that if you're a die-hard metal fan, none of that really matters. Do you know what I mean? You will go out and buy albums, you will stick them in your car and not take them out for 4 months until you know every word. I just think it's people on the periphery, that will have trouble with that. But I don't know what really to say about it. It's partly an exciting time, partly frustrating because of that.
But you still believe in the physical form of the
album?
album?
Of course, totally. Otherwise,
box sets and LPs.
Otherwise, we wouldn't spend so much time trying to, once the album's done, making it look good to the people. But so people get like an extra level, an extra sort of window into what you're trying to achieve. Bring it to life, really, with the visualization. And like you say, collectible vinyls. People always be into that anyway.
And do you find any differences between like the American and the European audience?
Well, apart from the accents, well, it's hard to say. Not a great deal, really. If you're into metal and serious about it, it's a worldwide phenomenon, isn't it? Australian fans might be slightly crazier, but not a whole lot different from people in England. Not a whole lot different from people in the deep south in America.
And what do you think about the band Ghost and their success right now?
I think it's brilliant. I'm not so keen on their new stuff, new stuff.
Yeah.
But I love the three main albums, they've done. Absolutely love them. And good luck to them. They've struck something that, where they've borrowed little ideas from things and they've come up with something wholly original. And yeah, love it.
Yeah, what shall we expect from your tour?
Well, the world tour begins in Japan, but we're only doing Japan and UK tour this year. Next year, the European tour starts mid-January, and that's really the sort of start of the world tour proper. We'll be coming to Italy. I think we're coming in February, and once we've done this 8-week tour of Europe, we go to the States, we go to Australasia, go to Japan. It's a full-on world tour, probably more extensive than we've done for a long time, and that's primarily because we have new management, and he's got a grand overarching vision for us that we're slowly getting accustomed to and adjusted to.
So one final message, greeting to the Italian fans of Cradle of Filth.
Well, I think hopefully people really love this album. The new video comes out next week, and I believe even there's an announcement for the actual dates coming soon, so we won't have long to wait for that. And just thank you all for your continued support. That's why I'm sitting here on this really, really hot summer day. And yeah, I really do hope that people enjoy the new record.
Do you know any Italian bands from the past or the present?
Necrodeath, Goblin,
Yeah,
Suspiria.
That's amazing. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
dear Dani.
Thank you. Pleasure.